Hello everyone. It's me, Mary Furs, and before I introduce myself, I'd like us to welcome each other, and in the chat box, please give me the indication of how well you can see and hear me, and let's say hello to each other. And meanwhile, next slide, please. And a few words about myself. My name is Mary Furs. I am a perfumery expert, a founder of the Perfumery Academy, a co-owner of the brand Stylist Perfumer, and for the company and for EvoScent brand, I am responsible for perfumery literacy, and in general, I like a lot to share knowledge about perfumes and its industry. I am an aroma psychologist, aromatherapist, MLM leader, and I am the consultant under the Evorich affiliate program. And thanks to my knowledge and expertise, I'd like to discuss with you the role of fragrances and present this great collection of EvoScent fragrances. Here is my philosophy I am following for the last 11 years. And my world is a world of aromas with a flavor of happiness. I am in the process of observing the role of fragrances in the lives, human lives. And you know, this is quite an exciting story. And by the way, I collect stories in the past or in present of my clients. People find me in social media telling me which role essential oils or aromas played in their lives. Therefore, if you have such a story, please share it with me, as I am a collector. And here, I'd like to discuss with you what the sense of smell is and how we perceive fragrances. One of the latest stories which shows how fragrances affect people, and it happened to my acquaintance. She is a stylist image maker, and she had over 1.5 years session to discuss the personal wardrobe at a home of a gentleman. And he is a heavy smoker, and many things were full of the smell of tobacco. And during the session, he also made some pauses to smoke. And actually, my friend smelled of tobacco, but she's not a smoker, and the role of tobacco in her life. So this is a fresh story before we come back to the sense of smell. And after that session, I met her, and she told me, you know, I am surrounded and I'm concerned. My mood, my spirit is low, and I don't like the smell of tobacco, although I don't smoke myself, and I'm worried, and I'm also nervous about the impression I will make on my prospect, because 40 minutes after I'm having another meeting. And then I suggested to hide this flavor of tobacco by using perfumes. And by the way, I had a travel set in my hand, and we will talk about it. And we sprayed the fragrances in the zones quite close to her sense of smell. We may not get rid of the smell of tobacco fully, but we changed it a bit. And immediately the spirit of my friend went up, and she said, you know, I still feel the smell of tobacco, but it is much easier. I'm not so scared to have another meeting. And later on, next day, by the way, she told me that she got a lot of compliments at the meeting, and the female client she met said that I had a great fragrance. I used a great fragrance. And therefore, my friend thanked me for us making adjustments to this situation. So did you have some unpleasant situation with the smell of tobacco? If you did, put a plus in the chat. And coming back to the sense of smell. So here, I'd like to tell you a story of Salvador Dali, who was one of the most talented and paradox personalities in the 20th century. And once he said that out of 5 senses people have, sense of smell gets him much closer, most closer to the idea of immortality. And you may agree with this or not, but you know, for most people, the sense of smell is one of the most important way to study this world and to touch upon happiness. Why? Because when you inhale fragrances, you automatically encrypt information in our brains where emotions and sensations are born. And quite often there is a linkage. The aroma you smell and the emotions generated or the feelings we have at this particular moment. And moreover, those fragrances we smell, they are instantly encrypted in our subconsciousness. So on the one hand, fragrances may impact our moods, our spirit, and because we perceive fragrances by the part of the brain where our feelings and sensations live. And on the other hand, they generate some memories from the past. And I can actually ask you a question. What is the best impression of the life? And many memories in your life will be associated, the most pleasant memories may be associated with some fragrances, some smells, or they will use the word smell. Or, for instance, I remember my granny baking pancakes, or baking a vanilla pie, strawberry pie, or memories of mom dressing up her daughter. And at the same time, you actually smell the favorite fragrance of your mom. Or quite opposite, some passing by fragrance may actually generate some pleasant or unpleasant memories, live pictures from your past. It may happen instantly and the moods will change. And why I am saying this? It means that our world does not only include the tangible objects we may touch and some other things we may see, but these ephemeral things which are often difficult to describe, but they are felt as fragrances. And fragrances were given as a gift of nature by the nature itself. And the fragrances are a great invention of humankind, and they are designed to highlight our personality and are a linkage between us, a link between us and the people who surround us. What do I mean? I mean that thanks to fragrances smartly selected and chosen, we may influence the impacts we make on other people, and we may silently stress our status, or what is even more important, that we modern people living in the 21st century and in this fast-moving technological world, we communicate with each other like our ancestors, generally with the help of speech and verbally, and so with our gestures. And generally we speak with some externals, such as clothing, outfit, accessories. They reflect the individual personality, and you may see and touch them. Whereas the fragrance which is smelled, we accept it as a reflection of the internals of the personality, of its sensuality, its creativity, its soul. You may understand a lot when you listen to the melody of a fragrance a person has. And therefore, there is such a saying that we select our partners by the fragrance they smell, by the smell they have. This is one of the key aspects to consider, as it impacts the choice of our partner, the selection of our partner. Therefore, it's important to understand that fragrance is intangible. You may not touch or see it, but you may feel it, experience it. And I believe this is the best word, experience, to determine the feeling we have and realization that we are surrounded with a fragrance, with an aroma. Next slide, please. And here I'd like to say a few words where fragrances are effectively used. The first area where humans started to use the power of fragrances while extracting essential oils from plants, this is aromatherapy. Smells are still used to heal and treat our body. The next area or the next application is a bit younger, but as well efficient. This is aroma psychology. What does it mean? I am, as an aroma psychologist, I cannot but admire the results of my clients showing how fragrances and aromas may impact our psychological state and influence our responses to the surrounding situations. Some fragrances may stimulate our efficiency and productivity, or may make us more hardworking, or quite opposite, may calm us down, helping us to get rid of stress, depressed situations. They help us to get rid of nervousness, of our fears, scares, lack of self-esteem and self-confidence. And all this is done by fragrances, because we perceive the fragrances and we remember that we perceive these fragrances with our brain. And marketologists actually know about this, that the fragrances are perceived subconsciously first, which means that they may influence the decision-making by the people, their memories, which means that they may create some anchor fragrances to be remembered for a long time, or those fragrances that may relax a person to the extent that he doesn't want to leave this place and stay at this place longer. And generally, it is used in beauty salons to convince the client to buy any specific service. And aromatherapy is used while selling real estate to make the environment more comfortable in an apartment or a house. If you spray the fragrance, for instance, of an apple pie or the cinnamon, this apartment will look more comfortable rather than clean, cold walls or the stuffy smelling inside an apartment. Coffee smell is used by bakeries, and the air conditioning system is constructed in a way that this smell of new bakeries are smelled by the passers-by. And those strangers who didn't wish to go to a bakery are delighted to do it because they are impacted by the aroma that lures them. And another area is aroma design. And aroma design means a practice of the application of fragrances to aromatize the environment around. In order to aromatize the space, the office premises where people work, and aroma design also include the selection of fragrances for your perfumery wardrobe with a purpose to shape the relevant impression about us in other people and creating a special mood or spirits. And this is a part of aroma design. Next slide, please. A few words about classes and types of perfumes. There is luxury premium perfumes created by perfumers almost manually. And a client generally makes an individual order, and these fragrances are generally produced in a unique way. They are not repeated, and their price is very high, like in case of something exclusive and handmade products. And one of the examples of the order of such individual expensive perfume, I will come back to it. So there is another selective niche fragrances range, and they use high quality ingredients and components to produce these fragrances, similar to those used to create luxury perfumes. And niche perfumes provide for the philosophy with a brand that developed the fragrance. So there is some message behind the lines. And generally, niche brands take pride in their perfumers, those people who design and create fragrances, and they disclose their names. And generally, here, fragrances are not produced manually. There is the automated production site at factory. And at the same time, unlike branded fragrances, that generally hide the names of their perfumers, as they want the clients to remember the name of the brand. And at the same time, branded aromas or fragrances focus and draw attention to selling a story of the fragrance, of a bottle, a packaging, so that it stands out on the shelves in the stores, and it does not inferior to the quality of the product that is inside a bottle. So generally, the fragrance itself, its price may be 10-15% of the overall product's price. So the next class is decants and testers. They are a different range of perfume products. Here, the quality is poorer, and the same applies to the quality of bottles, packaging, and there are some fake products, quite often matte, and therefore my recommendation is to stress that you'd better buy high quality fragrance with a lesser in volume, but it will be the composition that will put you into the specific state and stress your status, will give you the moods. So it's important that the perfume does not generate any painful emotions or headaches in the people that surround you, but on the opposite, cheer them up. This is an important role of any fragrance. Therefore, you'd better use safe, high quality fragrances. And next slide, please. And here I'd like to say a few words about the creator of EvoScent collection. And the creator of our fragrances is Ramon Bejar. And you know, the personality in the, so I may compare him with Pablo Picasso to highlight his significance in the industry of perfumes. In the world of art, the name of Pablo Picasso is well known. And, you know, so there are no accidents, they are not accidental. And in 2015, Pablo Picasso's painting Les Femmes d'Alger was sold for $179 million during the auction in New York, whereas the same year in 2015 at the world's most expensive perfume was sold at Singapore Grand Prix exhibition. The name or the brand, the name of this perfume is the Royal Dream, and that is the creation by Ramon Bejar. And the perfume master Ramon Bejar, who fell in love with the idea and the philosophy mission of Evorich. And I'd like to remind you that EvoScent Perfumery Project is a partnership project of Evorich, of the global company Evorich. And Ramon Bejar proposed his talents and gifts, and this way there was a setup of EvoScent team with an idea to create a new collection of fragrances that will be an evolution in the world of perfumes. And next slide, this way, the person who already is very successful with its brands of niche brands, perfumery brands, and the bottles can be seen in this slide.
So this person was nominated several times as the leading specialists in the area of packaging and bottle design. And he's one of the most expensive perfumers of the current times, because Ramon's clients includes members of the royal houses of Europe and the Arab Emirates. And just imagine that this kind of class of a perfumer has worked with us and created a collection of perfumes that we can touch, smell, feel, apply on our skin. This beauty, as if we were members of the royal family. We can partake in the use of the wonderful perfumery by Ramon Bejar. Let's go to the next slide, please. And the EvoScent collection currently is represented by 8 perfume compositions, which we can feel thanks to the presentation set that we have. And I know for sure that we have already lucky owners of presentation sets, people who ordered them and already received them, that were delivered to them to their doorstep. And you will hear about it in a couple of minutes, how to feel and, let's say, do the perfume tasting. So the bottles, full-fledged bottles, will be produced in 2022. So you are the lucky pioneers, people who were the first to hear about the EvoScent brand, and one of the few who can, connect with this wonderful creation and feel those wonderful fragrances to create your own mood, and also to share those wonderful symphonies with the people who surround you. Therefore, those who are still in the anticipation of their presentation sets, I suggest you stock up on patience, because you will surely get them in the near future. And those of you who haven't yet received or ordered their presentation sets, please do so, because very soon we're going to have our perfume tasting or feeling ceremonies, and we'll do it together. And now I would like to give the floor to a colleague of mine, my teammate, José Manuel Álvarez Rodríguez, who is a Evorich leader in Spain, a representative of the Top Leaders Council, an international speaker, Master Profi coach, Marathon 260 mentor and speaker, co-owner of the Global Investment Portfolio, and also he's head of the EvoScent project. So, Jose, you have the floor. Hello, everyone. How are you? I hope you're well. And I would like to wish you Happy New Year and congratulate you on all the holidays that are in the past and are in the future. And I hope that you spent your holidays well with your family. I see lots of comments in the Spanish chat, and I'm very glad that we are organizing our webinars again, because I'm pretty sure of the power of EvoScent. We are on the verge of, starting and launching other things, and make the best use of EvoScent. 2022 is a remarkable year, I'm sure. And there are still people and countries that celebrate their Christmas or have celebrated their Christmas. Some countries celebrated it on the 25th of December, others on the 7th of January. I know that in Russia, for example, on the 14th of January, there will be the so-called Old New Year, according to the old calendar. And Galina told me about it. And I hope that you spend your vacations well. And we can hope for better development, better growth in this year. So let me explain a couple of things to you, because every time we have new people, newcomers, and we need to give them the basic information about the background, let's say, the new economic evolution of the world, the Evorich company, the marketing company. And it is all those projects are, after all, united under the umbrella, under the unique brand of Evorich. And all of those projects aim to improve our lifestyle. After all, we live in the times of consumerism. And I guess some people can barely make it to the end of the year because they want a lot of things, yet many of them cannot afford those things. But the Academy of a Private Investor helps us understand how to set up a business, how to run a business, and then make our money from that business. And you can have several sources of income and learn how to make those sources, create them, and you can start investing on different platforms, whereas this platform allows you to participate in the entire ecosystem, which is again the umbrella for different projects and businesses. Because usually companies, they do just one business, one activity, whereas you can be part of several companies and participate in several investment opportunities, and you can learn about them in the Academy of Private Investors. Whereas the new economic evolution of the world is an ideology, meaning that people can be both consumers of a product and service and the co-owners of that product and service of the company producing that product and service. Plus, they can be business professionals. They can be promoting those services and products. Plus, it can be any area. It can be education, catering, entertainment, anything at all. And it is here that this power is being created, which is about funding different projects and allowing people to participate in that fundraising. And a person can also, as I said, be a promoter for any business that is part of the global portfolio. Plus, they can use the products and services of that company, and by promoting, you'll be generating income. By buying the products, you generate income again for that company. And by being the co-owners of the company, you share in the profits generated by that company, either through shares. It can be through utility tokens, nodes on the blockchain, or security tokens, or pre-IPO shares, for example. And after you learn all there is to learn about it, and if you don't know how it works, you should already start, learning the ropes. And if you don't know where to, ask the person who invited you to this webinar, because EvoScent is just one of the instruments, one of the details that is part of that global portfolio, the portfolio where a person will not simply use the product, but will also be the owner and the co-founder and the creator of that product. Plus, they can sell that product in addition to being the co-founder, and be the consumer, of course, because usually companies, they can allocate a certain amount of money into marketing to become well-renowned in the national arena, into advertising, for companies to be recognized on media, on TV and radio, newspapers. And in the traditional marketing, companies use advertising to disseminate the word about the product, the information about the product. Whereas in the multi-level crowd investing company, partners can become co-owners in addition to being consumers and promoters. And the better the company performs, the higher the rewards for the co-owners and the partners. And EvoScent is a company that was the brainchild of our team, And it is the result of the 7-year experience of working in this group of companies, and the idea was supported and implemented by our CEO as well. And we know how to turn investments into a source of income for the entire community. And the world of marketing, the world that most businesses are involved in, it is concentrated on physical products. And today we're talking about EvoScent product, which is a physical product, because it is not just perfume products. We will be developing further and bigger. And it all started with a wonderful person, Ramon Bejar, as mentioned by Mary first. It's a person who dedicated 40 years of his life to perfumery, to perfectioning the perfumery. He's a world-renowned perfumer who sold most expensive fragrances. And of course, such a person attracted my attention, because when we met him and when we discussed the opportunity for Ramon becoming part of our global portfolio, he agreed and became a consultant in our company. And as you know, consultant is one of the core ranks that you can achieve if you develop your business, the business of multi-level crowd investing, network marketing, among other things. And then a consultant has more partners, and the more partners you have, the more questions they ask. And for you to be able to answer those questions, you should always know your stuff, be always available to them, to be able to tell them how the platform works, just how our whole community is arranged. And it is here that we start better knowing Ramon. I remember I told Ramon, can you please tell me more about your world? Because everything that I learned in the Academy of a Private Investor is about how to create a business, how to launch your own project, how to make it profitable. And that's where Ramon started telling me about his world and telling me how happy he is with things that he created. And very soon you will meet him at one of our webinars. He's a person who speaks from the bottom of his heart. He told me everything about his life, his work, his experience, and I realized that it was an incredible business. And that's where we started analyzing this whole thing in more detail. It was the first meeting was held quite some time ago, and then we had a meeting in March with between Ramon and CEO, and then we had a summit in Dubai, and that's where I introduced Ramon to our CEO Andrey and introduced this whole world of accessories and perfumes and cosmetics, and that's where it was the beginning of it all. Here we decided to have this project, and in June we registered the brand EvoScent. In July we had an agreement with the manufacturers to produce EvoScent samples, testers. The idea was to create a product that would be used and enjoyed by the entire community. And you realize that we're talking about here a large number of countries, and the, let's say, smell preferences are different in different countries. The fragrance preferences in Europe can differ from those in India, Middle East, or the United States, because some people like one kind of perfume, others enjoy others. Some people enjoy the way the air smells in the mountains, others enjoy the air in the seaside. So during those 3 months, we created the design, the web page. We entered into several agreements and contracts. We also created a psychological test to identify our community's preferences. And then we designed the bottles, the packaging, and the whole formulas were created. And by the way, you can take the test right now, today. You can go to the website and fill it in. That's how we identify our clients' preferences. And through tests, we can understand our clients' tastes. And everyone who joins Evorich or EvoScent can find something that they like best, because we wanted to create a fragrance that would not only be something that Ramon wanted to see, but also something that would match our clients' preferences. And we focused on that. And then our first 8 formulas were created. And then in October, we received our first presentation sets, and we will talk about it later. And then October, November, and December, we focused our attention on the logistical side of the business in order to make sure that every person who ordered the presentation set would receive that set in their country. And of course, we started developing the design for the 75 milliliter bottles. And this is our next product, which you will see on the next slide. By the way, I have this bottle here already. Let's change the slides. And here is the bottle of a wonderful design from the outstanding material. It's a diamond polishing, and you can see this metal plate here with encrusted diamonds. So this is going to be like real diamonds, because we want this bottle to amaze our clients and to collect them. And then eventually you can create a whole collection of EvoScent bottles. So we can go to the next slide and see where our development started from. Our path starts from the creation of this presentation set in order for us to be able to, let's say, to enable our partners to smell, to actually feel the fragrances and see how they manifest themselves. And this is a presentation set produced from high quality materials. You can see 8 fragrances here, 3 milliliters each bottle. And you might notice that we used our brand purple color, and this is the color that always accompanied our company. And also you can see that it says EvoScent. It's engraved letters, golden letters, the highest collection. And you can see that this brand was created for Evorich community, for the implementation of the new economic evolution of the world. It all says there on the box itself. And millions of people will soon be able to receive that product. And you know that perfumery is the kind of industry that generates millions of turnover. Let's go to the next slide. And I would like to remind to you that here before you, you have a wonderful opportunity to be able to receive this presentations set as a gift. And it's something for you to have lots of registrations, new registrations. It's a way of attracting new partners. You can just talk to your first line or just talk to people who enjoy and dedicate themselves to the world of network marketing. So why we're saying February the 22nd? We know that all those who ordered the presentation sets, they are already eager to lay their hands on those presentation sets. Many people who went to Dubai have it already, and some of the presentation sets are on their way to their clients, to their owners. But because of the COVID restrictions and because this particular project contains alcohol, there were some obstacles to overcome, some shipment restrictions to overcome. because I honestly thought that it wasn't a big deal, sending perfumes. But you see, sometimes you have to take into account the local regulations of different countries, what kind of documents, supporting documents are needed, shipping documents, because some partners of ours have to pay even taxes when receiving the products. So there are lots of nuances that we have to take into account in order to make this process as smooth as possible. And our working group, EvoScent working group, is doing their best to address all those situations. And we learn new things every day. And I would like very much all the partners to have already received this presentation set. And we heard that probably the entire Europe and the entire Eurasia will receive their presentation sets within the next 2 weeks. And that's how more and more partners will receive their sets. And very shortly, Alexander Dolin will join us, and he will tell us what kind of a solution we found to address this situation. Let's go to the next slide, please. And let me tell you about the terms and conditions. The only thing you have to pay is for shipment. It depends on the zone. It can range from $25 to $40. And the presentation set itself is for free. And the company's intention is not to make money on the presentation sets. So it's all about, growing your structure. It's after all, the whole perfumery business is a multi-million business. So we will be making money with our full-fledged bottles. And we decided to launch the franchising mechanism to facilitate the receipt of those presentation sets and bottles in future in your countries, because the fees that transportation companies charge are ridiculously high. And those people who would like to launch their own EvoScent franchise in their own countries are welcome to do so. Those will be the pioneers, the people who will get the opportunity to develop EvoScent together with us, because those are the people that will receive more privileges, benefits, and bonuses. And those bonuses will be available to people who are quick thinkers and who make quick decisions and decide to open a franchise in their own region, because it wasn't always easy to register new people in our community. You can register anyone for $40, but zone 4 costs $40. Let's go to the next slide with our plans for the year.
And here you may see our action plan, development action plan. Mary already told you about our plan to set up Perfumery Academy to train people, because they are those who will sell the product of the company. And here they may get additional stream of income. Everyone who will promote EvoScent may earn 8%. And in addition to that, they will have further capacities to develop. As you remember, all this is a part of our ecosystem. In our community, we don't have only EvoScent. On the 22nd of February, we resume the sales of World CIUs. NDE project and other applications will be available, and all this with almost 100% growth monthly for all those people who will engage and involve in CIU development from the very beginning. Our long-lasting partners may remember this development, and today is the birth of the company called EvoScent. This is a new opportunity. In January, we in December, we wanted to launch crowdfunding, and this is our intention as it aims at the development of business, but we cannot do it without our partners filling these samples. We are not talking about a digital product. This is a tangible product you may easily touch, you may feel, you may experience and share with others. And we do everything so that this month in January, we start crowdfunding. And the retail sales will be from August to November. And it means that those who involve in crowdfunding must buy at least 4 bottles, and they will get them shipped from August to November because they are to be developed, both the packaging and the technical part have already been designed. The first payments made to produce our perfumes, but please understand that it takes time and efforts. And the follow-up steps require efforts. And we need to develop the cap, the sprayer, and each fragrance is to be developed and designed. And this is the production cycle. And therefore, I say that approximately the orders will be shipped from April to August. So the orders will be placed. And it will be quite easy to ship because over these 2 months, we already generated some experience, and there will be the full cycle production. And here, there will be a proposal to buy fragrances at crowdfunding prices. There will be a lot of people, distributors, clients, or partners, and each one must consider the possibility to reduce the price to be paid. If you are a registered partner of Evorich, and you'd better become the owners or co-owners of franchise, because it will be even better. And Ramon Bejar and one of its brands, and it is called Quartzo. And as you can see it, this is super luxury fragrance brand. And there are even particles of gold. And this is true white gold for men and red gold for women. And you may Google down the brand Quartzo and you will find the information on the internet. And one of the plan is to become the co-owners of this brand, as it is already successful. And one of its perfumes was sold at $190,000. Therefore, we intend to sign a contract with Ramon, and we have another plan to design our handbags, our branded handbags and suitcases for laptops. And not only this, there will be ties, belts, eco-natural cosmetics, because Ramon always says, when you produce clothing, it must serve you over your entire life, so that the materials are more expensive, but they are smart materials. They are more expensive, but they are high quality materials, and they will last long. Development of the special cosmetics is another important range of product. And I believe that about 70% of our community will use it. Why 70? Because 50% of women and 100% of all the women will use these beauty products, because a lot of women use creams and other cosmetic products, and even men. And imagine you are a person who will promote these amazing products. How much can you earn on these products? You will have cooperation with stores, influencers, YouTubers. If you go on the internet, you will find that there are a lot of people selling perfumes. And apart from selling perfumes, you may be a co-owner of the company and earn your dividends and commission from sales, and not from selling perfumes, but as well cosmetics and the clothing. And can you imagine the limits or the heights this brand may reach? We plan to become one of the top 10 brands, perfumery brands, and not only, as well as the brand producing other accessory products. Therefore, it is important to create our own EvoScent franchise, and in the end, we have another goal for 2023, so that we have super luxury brand Quartzo in our portfolio, so that we may retail it in top chain stores. Next slide. Let's have a look how can we do it and make it implementable. You know that a team worked over the marketing plan, and you may promote this, and every day we grow and our team expands as more and more people learn about our product. You may find us in our social media, and this is done for you to learn more about our product and get other people to know about our product. Please scan that QR code. EvoScent is a reflection, is a way to recruit a new partner. In addition to becoming a partner, you may also buy 4 bottles of 75 milliliters, and as soon as you buy these 4 75 milliliters bottles, you may buy EvoScent tokens, and these tokens will enable you to buy EvoScent shares, because EvoScent is the company, a traditional company, and so this is the company incorporated in Dubai, and it is on Dubai's exchange. And you know, so I believe this is a unique opportunity to become a co-owner of the company, Dubai company. So you may buy tokens first and afterwards buy EvoScent shares. And by the way, you can make a payment through Global Unit Pay. This is a payment system, and you can make your payments through this payment system, Global Unit Pay. And the possibility to use Global Unit Pay means that 2 companies in our ecosystem are linked to get us closer to our common goal. If you still don't know how it works, inside Evorich, under the umbrella Evorich, you will find ID Site platform product. This is a tool, this is an interactive presentation that may give you a detailed interactive presentation about EvoScent products, so that you can share this information with your prospects, friends, with your partners. And these people become loyal partners, and when they are partners, they can get more knowledge about investing, because we do know that today there are a lot of people who lack the required knowledge, and this can be obtained in our company, the Academy of Private Investor. And one of the best tools to understand, and the easiest tool to understand how the market and our business works, is MLCI Pro, multi-level crowd investing business model, which we develop and promote, because the key pillar of this business concept is co-ownership. And next slide, by the way, you may see here the realistic earning. The first step to take is to register those people who are ready to buy 75 milliliter bottle perfumes. And we developed a strategy, the strategy developed by many practitioners, including Andrey Havradov. And those people who already took their decisions quicker than others, they will be more successful. Next slide. Why? Because this is your earning that could be made, and you may earn it through bonus plan, under the bonus plan, marketing plan. And if you are the first to register 50 new partners, and by the way, it's quite simple, and they will order our perfumes, this travel set, if you register the first, you are the first to register 50 new registrations in your first downline, you will have as a bonus 1 million partner training. And if you manage to register 250 people in your first downline who order this highest collection, you will get 250 USDU. Because the reason I say that it is very simple, because you can find people who would like to get as a gift this collection of 8 niche fragrances. And after registering 250 people in your first downline, you will be accrued 250 USDU. It's very simple and easy. Simply talk to those people who are already in this business or who devote their life to the world of perfumes. We are in network marketing, because the product world creates a lot of streams of income, and this is where we are. There are people who sell creams, teas, coffees, whereas there are those selling perfumes and earning even more. And therefore, I don't believe it to be very difficult. And you may earn from 250 USDU up to 5,000 USDU. Take this opportunity, because the first 15 partners who are compliant with the promotion and register 500 registrations, who will order the travel sets, they will receive extra 8,000 CIUs, and the first 5 partners will earn 25,000 CIUs. And please don't forget about EvoScent page, advertising page. If you are not registered yet, then get in contact with the person who invited you to this webinar, because we are Evorich company, and in addition to working materials you may get and share with all your prospects about the way our platform works, online store works, there you will also find a link, and you will understand that you are actually a store. You will get this set, and I may open my own store by registering in EvoScent, and I have a referral link sent to each partner. And in addition to that, we have all the relevant materials required, such as pens and the notebooks and etc. So these are the promotional materials. And don't forget to send your referral link to your prospect. And this is where you start earning your commission. In addition to what I said about that you become a co-owner of EvoScent, you also earn your commission. Well, dear friends, now I'd like to pass the floor to Alexander Dolin. Alexander is a founder of the Perfumery Academy. He is the co-owner of the brand Stylist Perfumer. He is an expert in perfumes. He is the Major League member of MLM, and he was twice recognized as the best business coach among top MLM leaders in the Russian-speaking world. And Alexander is full of additional information. Please be attentive, because now you will learn how you can become a part of our Perfumery Academy to get amazing knowledge. And please remember that until the 22nd of February, our promotion is in effect. Thank you very much. Alexander, the floor is yours. Hello, dear friends. There is the Spanish interpretation. Hello, dear friends. First of all, I wish you Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. I wish you all the best, good moods, good spirits, be full of energy so that you may implement and achieve all your goals and dreams. Next slide, please. Thank you, Jose, for introducing me and for the information shared. Mary, thank you very much as well, because today I am together with my professional peers and very happy to share some information with you about the training will be arranged, because the world of perfumes is something outstanding. These great perfumes by Ramon Bejar are a super product, but how and what can we do with all this? How can we make money? And generally, we study 5 years or 7 years at university to get higher education degree, some profession, and to take the first steps to make our first money. With the Perfumery Academy, allows you to get involved in training and start earning money right away. You may be a part of the framework that gives you training, you apply these skills in practice and earn money. The task of the Perfumery Academy is to share with you all the methods of money making in the world of perfumes. In addition to that, you will learn the methodologies of the proper use of perfumes to strengthen, to amplify some areas of your life, and to amplify those aspects or components of the fragrances created by its author, because some fragrances are created to finalize the way you look. Sometimes we hear people saying that the person is still quiet, whereas his fragrance already speaks up. We do know that it is impossible to make two impressions, first impressions. And we do know that the fragrance immediately goes to our subconsciousness and makes a signal. Recall a situation when you are in any room or premise, for instance, busy transport, and you smell you feel the bad smell from someone. And what do you want to do? Not to kick out a person out of a bus, for instance, but to get far away from him or her. And imagine a situation that you are a gentleman, and you are talking to a fancy lady, or quite opposite, and the outfit is smart, the shoes are high quality and clean, so they say good words, but the smell is bad. Give me some indication in the chat how long may you talk to a person who smells bad. So how long can you stand this person if the smell is bad? So you will agree that the sense of smell is generating instant signals, whether we are pleased to be next to a person or not. Therefore, fragrances are a great product. They are emotionally driven products. And you know, most sales or most purchases, to be correct, they are done driven by emotions. You see something, wow, I like it so much. What is the price? If you have money, you open up your wallet or use your card and buy it. And then you start thinking whether you need it or not. But the perfumes are not first need products, basic products, but they are the products for pleasure. But nonetheless, the perfume industry is one of the most affluent industries with a lot of money. And we can be an integral part of this industry and get our own piece of this pie as the dividends or the commission earned. And the task of the Perfumery Academy is to train you in the methodologies of use, promotion, and investing in perfumery industry. And another focus is sales of products, sales of business opportunities, of business ideas through the product. If you do investing, if you do investment consulting, quite likely you've noticed that there are clients who would like to invest, but they don't want to invest in virtual products. Crypto is interesting, but it is something unknown. They don't understand it. This is something intangible, and therefore there are traditional investors who are not ready to invest in virtual products, shares, securities. So this is what they are ready to invest. There are those who are ready to invest in top 10 stocks, even with the minimum margin to earn, but nonetheless to invest in well-known and renowned companies. There are people who may say, should you have a tangible product, physical product, some production, then we would invest. And by the way, right now we have this physical product here. You may invest and you may buy and promote through crowdfunding. And you know, they say it's easy to sell perfumes if you know how. And the task of the Perfumery Academy is to train you how to sell. And Perfumery Academy, the key task of it is to build a system that will allow you to build your teams quickly. Our partners who cooperate with Evorich for 5-7 years, and those who used to have active structures before and they were involved in some other projects, whereas now, due to any reason, they are in sleeping mood, in observing mood, and now there is a good time to rejuvenate them thanks to EvoScent project and these perfumes and the new project where you may both invest, be a partner of, and be a brand advocate, ambassador, representing the interests of the brand. Our partners will be able to get several levels of trainings, and depending on the level, you may work with individuals, perfumery stores and chains, either with people or with ready-made businesses that even now sell a lot of perfumes. And please note, in your towns, cities, and countries, despite all the restrictions, crises, coronavirus crisis, and some gloomy moods with the population, go to a perfume store, a large perfume store that is a leader in selling perfumes in your market. And what will you notice? There are 3-5 regular clients at a cash point. There are no lines and heavy traffic of 150, but a cashier continuously makes sells perfumes. Why? Because perfumes are not only the product that allows you to make a good impression and attract other people, but this is a product we are in continuous dialogue with. This is the scent we smell every day and which immediately tunes us to some moods. Look, there is such a term, such concept as perfume wardrobe, and at the academy we will study this in detail. There are morning, daytime, and evening perfumes and intimate perfumes. So this is the perfume wardrobe any person needs, depending on the state or the situation in his or her life. And you will agree that you are different when you meet your friends compared to the way you behave when you are surrounded by your parents. For instance, you behave differently when you are with your children, but you are different when you are with your peers. And throughout our lives, we play different roles. And energy-wise, it is quite effort exhaustive. And you know, now I speak in front of you, but my office is visited by my daughter, and she made me a message not to distract me. She studies in the 2nd grade, and actually I need to decrypt what she wrote me. But I understand that this is an important element of my life. Did you face such a situation when after work you come back home, but your thoughts are still at work? So put a plus if you experience this when, for instance, you come back home from work, but in your thoughts, you are still in your office. So put a plus so that I understand that we are on the same page or not. Okay, some people give me some pluses, so regularly they experience it. But have you ever experienced that you are dating, but you are thinking about your home, about your household chores, about your children, about your taxes to be paid, or something else? You are dating a ravishing girl, but you are still in your thoughts, you are in the financial statements to be prepared. If yes, so please put down an exclamation mark. So you may not be focused on the person you are talking to, on what you are doing. I need to be focused. Okay, I see there are some people, but now please give me one if you experienced in your life when you come to work after some weekend or holiday, after a date, or after getting to know any person, and instead of being busy with your job, you are still thinking about him or her. And, you know, within our thoughts, we are in a different place. Okay, I see your responses. And there are a lot of ones. Okay, good. We understand each other and on the same page. It's great.
So here's an interesting situation. So there are such things called reflexes, and something smells nice, we're good. Something smells bad, we're okay. If the shoes are comfortable, we feel good. The shoes are too tight or too warm, we feel bad. We ate something tasty, we feel fine. We ate something not tasty, we're not fine. So everything happening in our life, including the most important things like children, family, close relatives, friends, and so on, most often we do it, by enjoying it. For example, if you really want to be honest, then you will answer this question as most people do, that most of the things that we do because we enjoy it. You must agree, right? We go to a restaurant and we don't eat in a, I don't know, some fast food restaurant, or I don't know, like a diner, a low quality diner. The food is the same, you know, the same number of calories, the same number of things that is bad for you or good for you. But we go to the restaurant. Why? Because we want to enjoy it. So if there is an opportunity for you, if there is a chance, you eat with your friends, your family, and not alone. So we don't really care how we intake those calories, but we do it with someone else in a good place because we want to enjoy the process. We want to exchange some positive energy, exchange some words, hope for something positive. And, you know, anyways, even if we just listening to their problems, it's still enjoyable to us, because this is something that brings us happiness, you know, joy. So that's why we very often talk our children out of participating in startups, some innovative projects. We talk them out moving to another city, not just because we don't wish them well, but because we take care of them. And that's how we love them. And perfumery is something that allows us to quickly switch between different states by spending as minimum little energy as possible. So what do we do to switch from the work mode to the home mode? So we take off our business clothes, we put on our home clothes like robe and stuff, some jumpsuit with, you know, I don't know, some elastic material. Someone puts on something sexy, I don't know. But anyways, we take off our business clothes and we put on our home clothes, something that will be comfortable in. And that's how we kind of change our roles, our masks, our state by changing our shoes and our clothes. So fragrances that bypass our conscious mind go into our subconscious mind and help us shift into the necessary mood. So we put on the work fragrance, we are more focused, concentrated, we make more money, we bring in more value, we are more happy because of that. We come to a date, for example, we put on the, let's say, sexual, romantic perfume, evening perfume that, you know, sets us for the living here and now. And people who feel our fragrance, they get into that relaxation mood too very fast. And now imagine that you decided to put the romantic, intimate fragrance for, I don't know, for work, and you don't understand why you can't put your thoughts together, why you think about your beloved ones instead of thinking about work, why you're distracted all the time, because you put on the fragrance that was intended for dating. You don't feel well with it when you're in a gym, or when you're in the office. You feel good when you go for a date to a restaurant. If you put on the dating fragrance for a business meeting, then don't be surprised. Or the other way around, if you put a business fragrance on and went for a date, your better half might not treat you well, not because they don't love you, but because you smell wrong. And the same applies in the other way around. Imagine you put on the dating fragrance for a business negotiation, and then the other person will feel something wrong about you, you know. And nobody can do anything about their smells and the way they feel about smells. It can be either your ally or it can be your enemy, but reflexes have been in development for like thousands of years, and they will always win over. They will always come out as winners in your fight against your instincts, no matter what you do. And the task of the Perfume Academy is to instill this culture of using perfumery, learning second how to monetize it using your knowledge, and this awesome product that was designed and produced by Ramon Bejar. We have a collection of 8 niche fragrances that no one else has. Now people want some exclusivity. They're ready to pay more to get to become not like everyone else. By talking to our dear customers, by telling them about the fragrances from top 100, from the leaders, bestsellers, and by offering those fragrances, I'm talking about myself, by offering fragrances for more than 20 years, I realized that people who would be interested in our community, who would be interested in investing in crypto, in tokens, and financial and investment literacy programs, programs that would help them to preserve and multiply their capital, those people would be interested in exclusive perfume. If you agree with me, give me a plus in the chat. And if you don't, give me a minus in the chat. And I'm sure that there are people who are always against everything, but mainly our community are positive people, and they usually give me pluses. Yes. So here now, we have an opportunity using this wonderful product, exclusive niche perfumery, to use it to talk to reach out to a wide number of people with high demands and lots of opportunities to meet those demands. We have a collection of 8 fragrances, each of which is a piece of art. We have an opportunity in the near future. If you haven't received them yet, please order and do so. Let me tell you more. If you ordered the presentation set, you will receive it anyways, as soon as it becomes possible to ship this into the country where you are right now. We are like pioneers, pathfinders, people who will be laying down the wide highway, 4 lanes each direction at least. But those pioneers will all be millionaires. And if you do everything correctly, if you play your cards right, it will come to some big things, If people are, on board quickly, but then they burn out quickly, then it means maybe it wasn't their thing, or maybe they were too hasty about it. I guess it's more about self-deception and delusion. So here right now, we have an opportunity to take the training in the Perfume Academy to learn the perfume business, the perfume trade, and learn everything there is to learn about the perfume industry, learn the techniques, how to make money off it, and then to actively get involved in the process, attract your partners, invite new partners, and then, to claim your huge share of the pie. We have 3 categories of partners coming into our business. First, the so-called smart clients, those who, thanks to the opportunities offered to the community partners, can buy the products at the distributor's price, dealer's price. Those are smart clients that receive information about the perfumes, know how to use them to reinforce some of the areas of their life and business, and to get the best results. Also, they have the opportunity to buy it at a discounted price, and also they have the opportunity to invest and get their passive income. The second category of people are people who came to make money here and now, make quick money. in order to improve their material financial situation and the financial situation of their families. This is the second category of people. Those people will have the chance of purchasing the products at the wholesale price and sell it at retail price and make around $75 per bottle per fragrance. There are lots of fragrances out there and perfumes. The perfume industry is blooming and is one of the richest industries out there. As I said before, perfumes are a good sale, a good bargain, and it's something that helps you switch from different states quickly. People buy fragrances today not to attract someone's attention, but to be in a certain state themselves. Many intimate fragrances are fragrances that take you out of the depression state and move you into a more pleasant, happy state. Please tell me, it's good for other people, but how much would you be ready to pay? Write me in the chat for, let's say, a magic fragrance that would help you, improve your internal state, that would make you want to live. How much would you pay for a bottle, 75 milliliters each? Okay, write me some figures in the chat and I will tell you more information that I have to tell you. Okay, let's go to the next slide. I wanted to have some figures here. So regarding the Evo School and the Perfume Academy, the first thing that we start with when teaching our new groups that will be launched very soon, and we will share the schedule in the chat in order not to distract you from the current session. We will share the schedule, the timetable for the events that are scheduled for the near future, like next couple of days, not even weeks. So what we're going to do first, we are going to conduct let's call it a perfume tour, and we will tell you about the perfume etiquette. So you already know that some fragrances have their own purpose. Some fragrances are dating perfumes, others are business perfumes. There are sports fragrances. It's for you to get into a energy mode right away, like to go jogging or go to work out in the gym. You won't fall asleep while driving with that fragrance. It will keep your tone up. There are home fragrances for home coziness. It's meant to create this friendly home environment that you would enjoy being in. And for example, when you're, okay, Alexander froze there for a second. So when, for example, your child grows, your son grows up, they meet a lady, a girl who will have a very, nice sense of smell. And for example, imagine their sense of smell matches yours as the mother, for example, of your son. That boy, your son, will immediately feel something for that girl. Believe me, it's science. People remember us very often by our smell. Very often we can put perfume on our business card, and then we can put it in our hands. We can rub our palms together. Then we shake hands with our business partners, and they, can remember us by our smell. No, men very often touch their faces. Women don't, because they don't want to mess up their makeup. But men can touch their face, touch their hands, and your lingering smell will remind your business partners about you. Also, for example, in the breast pocket, that's where we put our business cards that we get from other people. So your business card will remind them of you, because it will smell of you and it will be in their breast pocket. So your smell will still work for you long after you are gone. Imagine you are in a big negotiation process. You participate in some transaction deal or a tender. You talk to a potential client, you gave them your business card, and they also received 5 or 10 similar business cards from your competitors. And your business card with your fragrance is in his breast pocket, reminding him of you. So tell me, if he goes back to his company, his office, and think about whom he would like to award the tender, and he will remember all those 5 meetings that he had within the day, who will he remember most, do you think? I'm not talking about magic here. I'm talking about reflexes here. So in his breast pocket, he will have your business card with your perfume on it. And when they receive that business card from you, most probably they felt the fragrance. Maybe that fragrance is on their hands and they will know that it's yours. So what do you think he will give preference to? And let me give you a big secret. Those advertising companies on TVs and billboards that we see all the time, and we receive certain signals, messages when we go and vote for something. I'm not talking about the most conscientious citizens. No, I'm talking about impulse voters, like those who come to vote for the local parliament member, and there are like 20 of them, and you know almost no one. So you will vote for a person that you know. You don't care where you know them from. Maybe you saw them several times on TV or somewhere else. So the biggest number of transactions are closed at the 7th time. Imagine 7th time. How many times we talk to our potential clients? 1, 2, 3 times tops. I'm not saying that we should have 7 presentations. No, you have 1 meeting at a cup of tea. Then you introduce yourself. One meeting is for presentation. Another meeting is you wish them Happy New Year, Christmas, happy many returns of the day. Then you maybe congratulate them on some professional holiday. And then you make a presentation, your sales pitch. So this is what we call professional pitching. And that's what we're going to teach you at our academy, at our professional courses. Also, we will teach all the students of the Perfume Academy how to create their own perfume wardrobe. What perfume serves what purpose. It's not even about what kind of perfumes you should use and how. It's more important what kind of perfumes you shouldn't use in order not to be inappropriate, in order not to put on a evening perfume for, I don't know, gym, and a gym perfume for wedding. Okay, let's go to the next slide. When I see that slide, every time I smile. As for the products that we talked about right now, the product that Mary told us about, the business that Jose told us about, well, let me tell you that right now we are launching the perfumery product in the market, and we've prepared all the necessary components, or went through all these steps to enter the market in a quick way and to make good money from it, and to attract on board as many partners into our business as possible, for them to receive their income, their commission fees for sharing information about that business, for building our community, our team together. And right now we are offering an opportunity in different countries, cities, and settlements to open the representational offices of the EvoScent company for them to be able to buy the franchise, EvoScent franchise. This is not the topic of current session. I just give you some introductional information. And if you're interested, there are specially dedicated sessions, meetings about the franchising opportunities. You can ask people who invited you to this meeting and tell them that you are interested in the franchising opportunity, and they will invite you to a special meeting. So as for the franchising opportunity, in our community, we have people who came here to learn how to invest, to organize their portfolios, and to receive passive income. And our community has lots of such people. Those are not people maybe who came to actively develop EvoScent or perfumery business or fashion business or multi-level crowd funding or investing or shares promotion. No, sometimes it's people who came to multiply their capital and their family's capital. And we have a new proposal for people who are already, have the mentality developed of an investor, and we invite them to launch the EvoScent franchise in their own country. Now, sometimes I put different words into one because I'm running ahead of my thoughts, and sometimes some gibberish comes out of my mouth. So, but I have to keep pace, because we're being translated into different languages. So our task is to share information with people who are interested in the franchising opportunity, those who would like to invest into franchising to receive active or passive income. And we offer the opportunity to open the representational offices or warehouses in your countries, in your cities. We have several models for that: the international franchise, the country level franchise, for you to be the main representative in the country. This franchise costs $50,000, which will allow you to earn your commissions as the main representative for the work that you will be doing in the region. For you to get this opportunity, you need to have your own startup capital. You need to purchase products worth $50,000. So it's not like payment for free, for thin air. You buy enough products worth 50,000 and stock up your international warehouse. And then regional warehouses will be able to order from you like 10,000 bottles per order, or $10,000 per order. It's for a million people cities. So if it's a city less than 1 million people, then they can buy a franchise for $5,000. And then if the city is less than 500,000 people, then you can purchase a license from the existing warehouse, like a sub warehouse, starting from $1,000. So if you don't have a big team, or you are in a small town or city or village, you can just invest $1,000, purchase a small batch of products for your partners, for your team, to be the representative in that particular market, and you will be receiving your certain commission from that. Well, as for the franchising, this is for people who would like to be involved into investing into linear business, and for people who would like to build their structures to share information with other partners and clients, for them to purchase their own products and build their own teams. This is an opportunity to find people who are interested in the franchise, so that in your regions you would have the products in your office as soon as possible, and so that people could come to the office and get their products buy their products right away. So if you are willing, or people who are willing, who are interested in the franchising opportunity, just write to the people, get in touch with the people who invited you to this meeting. They will get you connected to the franchising task force, and they will give you more information. Let's go to the next slide.
And I'm coming back to EvoSchool. Next slide. We have 3 training packages in Perfumery Academy. The first package is called Sales. The training lasts 1 month and its price is 200 units or 200 USD. The second training package is Specialist in Perfume Business plus the Sales package. And the duration of this package is 3 months. The price is 700 units. And the Perfume Club training package lasting 1 year. And the price is 1,500. So please note, today you met Mary, Jose, me, and this is the team, the people who actually not you who work for our business and for your business, but in the academy, we 3 work for the benefit of your business. It looks as if you hire us as consultants for 1 month, 3 months, or 1 year for us so that we can help you build your business in the company, in our community. And as part of the business, we are actively promoting and developing, and we plan it to be in top 10 brands in the world of perfumes and on the market in the industry, beauty-related industry. This is our plan. And EvoScent products, our fragrances and the Perfumery Academy is set up to help partners take the first steps in this business. And Perfumery Academy will allow you to learn all these basic skills within a short term. And the experience of coaches of the Academy is about 20 years. There are specialists with 10 years experience or 40 years experience, but the average age of a coach of the Academy is 20 years. And imagine in 1 month, 3 months, or 1 year, you will, as a sponge all the information we accumulated over 20 years. And this is what the Perfumery Academy is about. Next slide. If you allow, I will not even say the or like they say, the sales, the festive discounting. So the purpose is different, but our partners may enroll to the Perfumery Academy with a good discount. And why are we offering this discount? For instance, the first training package that is 200 units, but until the 22nd of February, its price will be 100 units. So there are some other factors. I will come back to them a bit later. But the idea is that over a short period of time, many partners are trained in perfumery business and may start developing this business as professionals. Why are we offering this discount? First of all, for our partners who know financing and understand that a penny saved is a penny earned, they will get the benefit. So this is for the benefit of our partners, of our community, of Evorich. We do it so that you understand that when you pay 100 units, your saving is 100 units. This is your earning. And when you study at the Perfumery Academy, you will see the level of knowledge, what we are going to teach you. So each particle of this training worth it. If you on your own look for this information on the internet or take some third-party courses or trying to find it out in some literature, you is quite unlikely to get the scope of knowledge you will get while studying in the academy. And in addition to that, me and Mary will work as your consultants. And the knowledge we are going to share with you over this month, you will see that each coin spent worth it. And you will be very pleased to share this information. And you will be the ambassadors, the promoters of the Perfumery Academy. And this is the reason why we decided to give such a good discount. And you will actually be pleased to tell the people who will pay 200 units about the skills you learned at the academy. And what does the first training package include? So it is the sales, and until the 22nd of February, it costs 100, you know? So they say that the fast eat the slow. And the first training package, sales, includes introduction to the world of perfumes, basics. And this training package over a month, and the task of the coaches of the Perfumery Academy is to share with you the gist of information we have, so that you are introduced to the world of perfumes and you study the theory of selling perfume products. Quite extensively, we will study not the scripts, hello, good day, and how many bottles. We will study methodology of selling, but we will study the methodologies, the methods you will find convenient and useful in your life. Quite frequently, I hear that I feel that we are talking different languages. Have you ever heard someone say this? It seems that we are talking different languages, and they are not foreigners because they speak different languages, but they are those speaking the same language, but they don't understand each other. So please put a plus in the chat so that I understand that you are still live, so that you come back to me. Okay, I see your interaction. I see your pluses. Well, dear friends, there are visuals, audials, and kinesthetics. And I will touch upon it a bit so that you understand what we are going to study. When a visual talks to the others, he says, I see you wanted to say, or I looked and decided. So this is a visual. Audials say, I heard what you meant. Kinesthetics say, I feel, or I touched. They are kinesthetics. And a kinesthetic which feels when he touches says to a visual who understands through his sight, I hear actually, and they make a proposal. So this is merely talking different languages, and during this training you will learn the basics, because over a month you may not study it in depth, but you will learn the fundamentals so that you may diagnose the person you are talking to and you speak the same language. So there will be some practical exercises, and we will practice the scripts. You don't need to create your own, to invent your own wheel. we will give you a ready-made wheel and we'll tell you, please press this button. And in practice, we will practice those methodologies and methods to use that will result in money making. And when you have a product, but you don't know how to sell it, it's no better, because when you invest your money into buying a product at affordable price so that you can make money, you need to sell it. And our task will be to take you to the point of selling. And during this training, we will help you to organize an inflow of clients. We will teach you in the methods so that your hot market never ends. So your list of contacts, of prospects you potentially need if you want to sell and to make money. They say when a person is hungry, you may feed him with a fish, or you may give a fishing stick to him, and then he will learn how to feed himself and his family. If you agree, give me 3 in the chat. And over this month, there will be about 3.5–4 hours of sessions, and you will get assignments for a week. We will study the basics, and then you will complete, you will do your homework. The training is very active, and to introduce you to the world of perfumes, it's not like going to the gym. You would like to become fit in 1 month and they say yoo-hoo, but here we say yoo-hoo as well, but you will learn the basics of the perfumery business. And unfortunately, we cannot promise that in a month you will become rich, you will become millionaires, but you will learn how to sell perfumes every day and make about 70–75% from each sale. Sorry, $70–75 from each sale. If you make 4 sales, it is $240. And our task is to teach you how to make these sales. Next slide, by the way. The next training package, we will train you in comprehensive way of selling. So the price before is 700 units, and until the 22nd of February, you may buy it at 300, and your saving will be 400 units. And you know, at the start of the Perfumery Academy, you as people who will say, I was in the first group of students of Perfumery Academy, and you will tell others, I learned this and that, and my earning is as much. And therefore, the discount is even more than 50% for the second training package. Dear friends, there will be one thing, and I will ask you to use the scale from 1 to 10. Please tell me if you can still hear me well. I will change my device. Use the scale of 1 to 10 to tell me if my sound is okay. Okay, super. And you know, my headphones, wireless headphones, died over the day several times. You know why? Because I'm very ambitious about my life. And for me and for my family, I have built a very ambitious plan. And my plan of life includes a lot of partners. I understand that me alone could not implement a large-sized global business. Physically, I cannot build a giant international business on my own. Together with you in Perfumery Academy, we will study the aspects related to perfumery multi-level crowdfunding. Our offer is unique for the market. There is perfumery industry, MLM business, crowdfunding is there, but perfumery multi-level crowdfunding is our uniqueness, our peculiarity. If you know other companies doing multi-level crowdfunding, offering to their community to become co-owners of production and to get shares, passive income, dividends, and commissions, and retail commissions of about $70 from each sale. So please give me the names of these companies. I've been in perfumery business for over 20 years. I've never encountered a company that would combine this into one community. Therefore, I take off my hat in front of the management of the community. My regards to all of you. It's super. It's like mind-blowing. And now the task of the Perfumery Academy is to train everyone, investors with many years experience in investing, or those people who simply join the community to start studying. And we may show you how from the very beginning we may set up, we may structure the collection, crowdfunding, production launch, dividends, tokens, shares, and these are the elements of this business. And we are at the start of this business. And we are destined to be millionaires in this business, in this industry. And why I'm so calm? Because I want this in my near future. I don't want this to happen in 20, 30 years after. I want it to see 1 year after earning solid dividends and set up a system, because we, as the students of our second training package, and that is a specialist in perfumery business, we may work with perfume chains, stores. We get the special training, special diplomas and certificates that will allow us to represent the brand when we deal with legal entities. And we may introduce our collection of perfumes to perfumery stores, chains present in your countries. And with niche perfumes, we may enter these shops much easier, because perfume stores are interested in expensive products. So they have a lot of other mass market product costing $160, whereas our product will be sold at the price of $250. And maybe in some countries, the price will vary because of the need to license the alcohol containing products. And the students of the Perfumery Academy will learn about all this. We may build the perfume business where we are in key positions, making most money. And when you work with large stores, perfume chains in your regions, you may become a person who will introduce this collection to the perfume chain or store, and you earn your dividends. You get your dividends, you get your commission under the marketing plan, depending where it is in your structure. You earn passive income because perfume store is a legal entity. It works with EvoScent, and through your efforts, the system is set up. And from this stream of income, you continuously get some pot. And you know, I am already skiing. I already made a list of stores I will chase for to get them to know about our collection. And according to our business plan, as soon as you can do it, I will do it. And I want to be the first. I want to get my commission from all these networks and to enjoy a rich life. Would you like the same? Give me 5 in the chat box. And the task of the Perfume Academy is to train specialists of this level so that you may talk easily to the sharks in perfume industry in their language, using the slang, the vocabulary they use, and understand what they're talking about when they ask the tricky questions. And the task of this training package, the price of which is 300 instead of 700. So 3 months training in Perfume Academy, and you get, in addition to that, me and Mary that will be your coaches here. And please note that you employ us, you hire us by paying, instead of 700, only 300. So, and you get us as your employees and the knowledge. So post-sale follow-up, and you will participate in all online meetings, testing, and in each package there will be 3 of them. So over 3 months you may participate in at least 9 online testing. So you bring together your guests, you sit and drink your tea, and we, together with Mary, for those people convened remotely, we will have a testing of a perfume collection. So if you have a large TV, you need nothing more. If you don't have a large TV, you may sit in front of a small one. If you want a class or some audience or a cafe or a hotel with some premises with a large TV there, you may be there. So remotely, we will do it instead of you. Your task is to invite people to this event. And afterwards, in the process of this training, you may test it, because once a week you may invite people, like tea ceremonies. It will be perfumery ceremony or testing. And you may do it like entertainment, and even on a fee-paying basis, with some show, with some guests invited, those leaders who would like to talk. So you may invite the audience or invite partners who will bring their audience. So we will teach you in all this. And this is 3 months training. And 1 month package does not include all this, because it's quite difficult to accommodate all this. And the more expensive the package is, the better it is. And you may also participate in 15 online meetings. And, you know, over 3 months, they are enough. In addition to that, you may get the group feedback as part of the training. A specialist in perfumery business, there will be Q&A sessions. The previous package of 100 units does not allow you to get this feedback, whereas this package will allow you to ask all your questions in the chat, and your attendance of different meetings, Q&A sessions, to discuss your practices. And you will get some recommendations you may implement in your region, or some situations you face while dealing with perfume stores, shops, and chains. So we will teach you how to work with perfume bloggers. So 3 months course includes all this. Next slide.
So our flagship, the best of the best and the most advanced and profitable package in the Perfume Academy. This is not the cheapest one, fortunately or unfortunately, but because it has lots of contents, it's the most expensive one. But until this 22nd of February, it's the most profitable one. So imagine you hiring me and Mary for the entire year as your personal assistants in your business. We will be your consultants. For even if you hire us for 1,500 euros for a year, it's a very good bargain deal. But because we're talking about group sessions here, it's more or less acceptable to us in terms of our fee, and it is acceptable for you as well, because imagine that you are hiring the high-level specialists such as me and Mary. I don't want to boast about myself, but you can, it's like you inviting us as the consultants for your business for an entire year, and for 500 units, it's very good price until this 22nd of February. Then it will be 1,500. Plus, you will be able to participate in all the meetings held by the Perfume Academy throughout 1 year, from the day when the package starts, your course starts. For the entire year, you will be able to attend all the events organized by the Perfume Academy. I'm talking about all the meetings within the sales package. So you will be able to participate in 3 meetings within the sales package. You can invite your potential clients, your prospects. You just invite them. And Mary and I will 3 times a month for the entire year will be listening to us. It's like you selling the ticket to Luciano Pavarotti's concert instead of trying to be Luciano Pavarotti. Your task is to just bring in the viewers, the spectators, and we will do everything for you during those meetings. Also, you get access to the theory and practice of the advanced course. Here we will teach you the more advanced techniques of building the rapport and multi-level sales with rich clients. And it's very difficult to teach something like that within a short period of time, like 1 month or 3 months. It's impossible to teach that much material in just 3 months. It takes an entire year. We'll have both theory and practice. We'll show you the technique of 7 touches, and then after learning that 7 touch point technique, you will be waving, like big chunks of money, cash in front of us, like boasting how much money you earned, instead of, being part of that rat race all the time and underperforming. We will teach you some conservative techniques on how to build relations with your existing clientele in order for them to start buying from you, for them to finally start paying you money, if not for the product that you sell, at least for the knowledge that you can share with us, for them to be appreciative, grateful to you for the recommendations. In that block, we will teach you the perfume consulting. You will be able to help your friends, business professionals, those who have, maybe their own businesses with lots of employees, how to use fragrances to perfumes to create a productive environment in the workspace for everyone to increase their performance and bring more money to the company. So you shouldn't be telling them it's going to happen one day in the future. It can happen in 2 calendar months. And you can even agree on the commission. If the company increases their turnover, let's say the company's income will increase by 30%. If they don't increase it by 30%, the companies might not pay you anything. You can agree with them. But if their profits increase by 30%, then they will have to give 10% of those 30% as your commission, because it was thanks to you that the turnover has increased. So it's a risk-free proposal for the client. So imagine you as a business professional, meet me, and I promise to increase your profits by 30%. And if I don't, you will not pay me. If it's a good proposal, give me a plus in the chat. And you just pay to me only when your business starts receiving its 30% plus profit. And only then. Give me a 5 in the chat if you would be ready to pay me a small share of the extra profits that your company or business will be getting from my consultations. I think it's a good deal. We will teach you how to do business analysis, what kind of expectations you can have So our task in the Perfume Club package is to teach you all of that. It's an annual package. It's the most advanced and action and content packed package, and it will have the biggest number of online meetings that you can attend. If we have some live meetings within the Perfume clubs in the regions on site, you can both participate them and organize them and make money off it as well. So we will tell you about it in the academy. We'll teach you how to organize the tasting ceremonies, how to sell tickets and make money off it. If you have this gift, you know how to do it, then you will be most interested. Or if you don't need it, you just can participate in that meeting as a guest, or help the organizers invite other people and make money from selling the tickets. So within this package, we will teach you how to do that. Well, today we've already taken much of your time, especially I've taken much of your time. The academy starts next week, by the way. We will share all the information in the chat in order not to distract you with numbers and lots of words, but I left the cherry on the pie until the very end, and we will share that cherry on the pie in the chat as well. And you will be able to use that information to make your decision and your purchase. Also, in the Perfume Club package, you will have 3 individual online consultations. By purchasing this package, you will be able to agree on the time you can, call me or Mary or someone else from the EvoScent. If you need consultation from any of us, Galina, Jose, then you will be able to get a 30-minute consultation within this particular package. So you will be asking your question. We will choose the most competent specialist who will be able to answer that question, and you will get a 30-minute consultation where we will look into your question and give you the answer. You will be able to talk to the owners of the perfume chain network. If you arrange the online negotiations, we will help you sell our products to that particular chain of stores or local supermarket or boutique. Within this package, you can enjoy this opportunity, and you will have 3 such opportunities, online consultations, for just 500 units. I just wanted you to understand the value of the packages for this very symbolic price. Well, maybe when I say symbolic, you may tell me, yeah, it's very much symbolic, like $500. So, but let me tell you, for some of you, it might not seem very cheap. But if you compare it to the knowledge that you are going to get within 1 year within this Perfume Club, about the perfume business and the perfume industry, if you could already have a glance at yourself in 1 year and ask rich you from 1 year from now, who are already doing their business, or maybe live in another place, better country, better place, driving a better car with the good money on their account, then future you would give you recommendation whether it is worth buying the Perfume Club package for 500 units. And I think it would be totally fair for you to do so. And especially given the discount that we're offering of 1,000 units, and you pay 500 units instead of paying 1,500. And then imagine yourself telling people who will purchase the same package for 1,500 units, how this package changed your financial situation, your mentality, your lifestyle, how much information about perfumery you received, how more interesting a interlocutor you became, how you can talk to any man or woman about perfumery and surprise them with the information that you have. And also you will be able to sell them things, perfumes, that you will be able to have a travel set, the perfumery presentation set. You will have 75 milliliter bottles, tokens, shares, So you can talk to any person and also identify their needs. Maybe they don't have any needs. Maybe all you have to do is to give them like a, I don't know, a pint of beer and tell them, I'm sorry for your situation, and then not to waste time on them, because it's not our mission in this particular project to, help all the poor and miserable. No, it's not our mission, or our mission to make rich even richer. Our mission right now is to make people rich if they're active, if they're ready to make decision and be in the right place at the right time, no matter how banal it might sound. We want them to give early access to the project, to participate in the crowdfunding opportunity, to take training at a very discounted price, to purchase the product, to make money on the product, to build their team, to liven up their structure, to wake up their structure. And we're ready to offer it. Your task is just grab it, and use it. We have this very principal position in our rich life of ours, and when we are looking into the future. So our position, average position, is to work for money. We provide services for money, and we are offering this decent product for a very decent amount of money, 500 units, and offering our services, Mary and mine services, to be your mentors, to participate in the events that you will be held or that we will hold. We will be inviting the true leaders and stars in this particular area, like perfume leaders, bloggers, producers, specialists in the area of marketing, people who have advanced inside knowledge in the area of sales, people who can use just one word to change your entire life. This is our task in the Perfume Academy and the Package Perfume Club. We invite into this club people who are ready to seriously do investing, sales, making money in perfume business with EvoScent company. And the task of the Perfume Club is to get together this kind of people with whom we will be going into the bright future of perfumery industry, thanks to the EvoScent and project and Evorich in general. So this is the kind of information that I wanted to share with you about our packages, and I guess we can almost call it a day. So we have 3 packages. One package which takes 1 month and costs 200 units, but you can buy it until the 22nd of February for just 100 units. Then we have the package Specialist in the Perfume Business plus Sales package for 3 months, which usually costs 700 units, and you can buy it for just 300 units. And the Perfume Club for 1 year, which costs usually 1,500, is now sold for 500 until the 22nd of February. So dear old-timers, new-timers, people have that much patience and are still with us. Right now, we are setting up the logistics. Our task at this stage of the project is to set up the whole logistics and the delivery system. That's why we're selling franchises. We're sharing information, and we are looking for regional international representatives, and it takes time. We thought that the presentation sets would be shipped in 1 week after the placement of the order, but in some countries it takes like a month or 3 months even. But now we found new solutions. Now we are going to work with legal entities, with wholesale batches, and that's why we're inviting investors, offering franchises opportunities, and offer people and entities the opportunity to become co-owners in the EvoScent franchise. But while we're setting up this whole process, the task of our academy is to provide support to those people who made quick decisions, ordered their presentation sets. Some crazy people haven't yet ordered their presentation sets. Please do so, and do it immediately, because delivery will take time. And the faster you order, the faster you will get your presentation sets. And if we find a quick way of sending the sets. For example, we will suggest that the franchise owners might, take responsibility and claim the orders from the transportation companies if the products have been stuck at the border and the customs office. So the franchise owners might claim that products and make money instead of the logistics or shipment companies that are taking so much time to deliver the products. And they can make the commission and not the transportation companies. In other words, we're doing our best to help our partners, business partners, and our clients. And what you have to do is just learn everything there is to learn about this business. Let's go to the next slide, please. Also, all the participants of the Perfume Academy will have to sign the confidentiality agreement, because all the information that you will get within the Perfume Academy is proprietary information. It belongs to the Academy itself. And if you took the training, the perfume business specialist, you will receive the necessary document to represent the brand and share the information. If you took the sales package, which takes 1 month, you don't have the certificate, you will not be able to work with perfume stores because you are not qualified enough to talk to the specialists of the perfume business. And the confidentiality agreement is important for you not to mislead the clients, So if you come to a store and promise them contracts, privileged contracts with EvoScent company, and you weren't entitled to do that, it's not like we're going to punish you, but it's going to be a very unpleasant situation. There are some things that you can do, and there are some things that you can't. And people and entities that have the license to work with perfume stores and chain of stores will be able to work with them and make them offers, and others might not. Some people will only be able to do some retail selling and not wholesale selling. The confidentiality agreement will also prevent you from buying one license for training and then invite like 50 people to participate in that training with you, somewhere on the background. So the reason why we don't want people to do that is because we have a lot of practical sessions. We want people who are taking our sessions to get all the practical knowledge for that, and to participate in the exercises and not just be there, attend, do nothing, and then say, well, I'm now certified by the academy. And we will have some special time for questions as well, and thank you for asking questions. And some of the questions sometimes are answered by other partners, and thank you for helping each other out. As for the confidentiality agreement, again, we very much hope that you appreciate our work, our efforts. The knowledge that we've prepared costs money, and we spent a lot of our own resources and time to prepare and then to deliver the courses for us to, share that knowledge in the shortest time possible and deliver as much knowledge as possible to you within the academy. And I think it would be quite fair if people get paid for that knowledge, or the technical personnel, the mentors who will be checking your home assignments, people who will be developing scripts for you, people that will be developing special techniques. So, money attracts money. If you received knowledge and made money on it, then it's fair that we get money for sharing that knowledge. And then sometimes, you don't pay, get knowledge, and then you don't earn anything because, it's the energy of money. I don't want to go into the esoterics here, but, it's like karma. And our task is like, to make you understand that when someone steals with you, the thief made a sin, sinned, but you that allowed a thief to steal from you get the punishment of having money stolen from you. Of course, the thief will get bigger punishment. They might get into jail, be put into jail. But in some cultures, in some, let's call countries, there is no culture of paying for someone else's knowledge. If you can pirate it, if you can steal it, in some cultures, it is acceptable, to chip in together and buy it, the pirate copy of a film or download a film for free, or it's stealing after all. And the same applies to intellectual property as well. And we, as people who believe that money has its own energy, we try to do our best in order for you to receive as much knowledge as possible and to enable you to earn from that knowledge. And then we try to, deliver you from temptation and not for you not to receive free knowledge that will not eventually allow you to make any money. Money attracts money. And for that, we need confidentiality agreement for you to appreciate our efforts, because the information that we paid for you is worth the money that we're asking for it. Let's go to the next slide, please. So where to order the training or buy the training in the Perfume Academy? The Perfume Academy starts next week. In the chat, you will have the date and time of the training of the nearest course of the Perfume Academy. I'm not asking right now the organizers to share the links for you not to follow those links right now and not to get distracted, but I'll show you a screenshot where the links are. So you can go to your back office in Evorich tab. There you choose trainings, you choose the EvoScent Academy section, you click on that button and you go to the packages. You choose the package that you're interested in most. As I said, before the 22nd, there is an opportunity to order packages at a huge discount for 100, 200, and 500 units instead of paying the full price, the actual price of the packages. So you can offer packages at a big discount. And sometimes I say mention figures that make surprise our partners. They say, well, the figures were different and I'm doing it on purpose because we want you to be at the highest of your energy. So we're teaching you sales. That's why during the sales pitch, my sales pitch, I'm using some techniques to show you how you can use different psychological, tricks of the trade for the clients to make it easier for the clients to make decisions. Because my task right now is not to sell you the Perfume Academy, but to make you familiarize with the information about the Academy and not to be in your way when you make a purchase. My task is to show you where to go, read the information about the Academy, and then make a conscientious choice, choose the package that suits you best and place your order. This is my task. Let's go to the next slide, please.
Please print screen if it is possible. This is the Telegram group of Perfume Academy. There, in this group, we ask questions. If you can't do something, the payment is not accepted, or you would like to clarify something about the package, ask extra questions, request for additional information, ask us to sell a bit better the packages we have available. And this is the purpose of this Telegram group, so that you can get the information which is still missing at this webinar, if any. Next slide. The favorite slide of the participants of our today's meeting, who have 1 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. And this is the last slide. So please print screen it as well. And this QR code will take you to the page. This is the shortest way to get to know about our academy. Okay. Together with Mary and Jose, we did our best to share the most information we have within the short time, 2.5 hours. We tried to congest this information into this time allocated, and we managed to finish this meeting. If you are very sleepy and were desperate to learn when the meeting is over, the time has come. So I wish you good night. And if you still have some questions, then let's stay for another 5 minutes. And I would like to get 3 most frequently asked questions interested to the entire community. Please ask me, instead of 3 questions, 1 question, but that would be of interest to everyone. If you have a question that may be interesting to everyone, so it's high time to ask it. I am waiting for your questions to come up with them. And I'd like to thank our interpreters working with us. I know that you have hourly rate, but you know, you are great. Well done, guys. I heard your interpretation in other rooms, and you emotionally interpret, and actually you deserve the thanks and gratitude. So therefore, it's time for us to cheer you up, so that you know that your work is appreciated. And over this time, our dear partners, so the exclamation marks, they are our virtual show of hands. So please give exclamation marks to our interpreters who stayed with us and interpreted. Together with Mary and Jose, we did our best not to use some too specific terms, but you know, sometimes there are such terminology used. And I was even shivering. Therefore, I take off my hat in front of our interpreters, because I was really very scared of how they can interpret it. So if you want, you can share some words of appreciation to them for their work, for what they do. So you really help us a lot, and everyone. Okay, I'm waiting for your questions, and if you translate them into the Russian room, so that we are not waiting for the questions if there are no questions. There was a lot of information, and when there are no questions, it either means that everything is clear or nothing was clear. So I always ask this question to get the feedback. Therefore, our partners, you may write something down. So I will open the Russian room chat so that I can see it. Can I buy a package of 100 units, then add extra 100 and continue my training, and then extra 300? So to pay 200 for the second package. Okay, I got your question. Look, remember, once I said that we like those who are quick to decide. It's much better to work with such people. We appreciate agile partners. Sometimes the challenge is the shortage of funding, but unfortunately, even millionaires may be bankrupt. Therefore, dear friends, while there is this promotion, you can pay extra, but as soon as it finishes on the 22nd of February, you can not add extra money. Okay, dear friends, if there are no further questions, then I wish you good luck to all of you. There is a lot of information I wanted to share with you, so therefore apologies for delaying you so long. Thanks a lot for staying with me. I wish you prosperity, good luck, and in the chat, we will share the information about our follow-up meetings. You may invite your partners, your prospects too, and you may participate as well. So you may participate in the follow-up meetings of the Perfume Academy, and there is the information in your back office if you are a member of Evorich, and now in the chat boxes, you will read some information about the follow-up events. We invite you there as well, and the information will be split as there is a lot of information, and today we overloaded you with this information. Therefore, we will break it down into separate sessions so that you don't feel exhausted while staying at such webinars. Okay, I wish you good luck, all the best, and tomorrow and quite soon there will be the information available in the chats about our next events. And thanks again, once again, and bye-bye.